Hey guys, welcome back to Deciphering Crypto. Today we are going to be talking about the coin Vanry, and it represents the gas token or the main token for the Vanar network. Let's check it out. The Vanar network is a layer 1 blockchain that is designed to be very fast and very scalable. It is going to be very beneficial to gaming, to the metaverse, to artificial intelligence, and brands. The team behind this project is very knowledgeable, and I'm really optimistic for the project. They do say that they're an L1, and then they can get this scalability through advanced blockchain technology as well as some layer 2 technology. I'm not exactly sure what the difference between a layer 2 is and what a layer 1 is versus what a layer 0 is. But this layer 1, they say they're a layer 1. They're utilizing advanced technology and layer 2 technology to make the project extremely scalable and extremely cost effective also. So very low gas fees and very fast. One of the other features is because of this technology, it will have a very high level of interoperability between different blockchains. It is built on the back of the Ethereum network, so it does also have a high level of security and robustness. Because of their background in gaming and in the metaverse, they have made a series of tools that are available to developers. It's very developer friendly. They've hosted numerous workshops encouraging developers to build on the network, and we will see if these tools and features are going to attract developers, because in order for a network to be utilized, you have to have products on the network. And in order to have products, you have to have software developers that are going to build things. Because the team is really familiar with gaming in the past and in their past experiences and projects, there's going to be micropayments. There is also integrations for AR and VR and XR experiences. So that'll be really helpful to anybody in the gaming area to come and utilize the network. As far as the roadmap goes, the only roadmap that was available was an old roadmap that was only available through Q3 of 2024. This token actually came out in December of last year, so December of 2023, and it was primarily a year-long roadmap, but in Q4, they plan on expanding tools for developers. They plan on issuing Vanar Foundation apps. They plan on coming out with an AI program as well as Web3 development expansion. As far as the user interface goes, it's not really much of a priority just because the actual Vanar network itself isn't really going to be utilized by the public. The public is going to be more familiar with the network through applications or through games that are utilizing the Vanar network. There isn't really a lot to do from a user interface experience for just people in general, so it's really not that applicable. But you can get on the main net. It did launch just in the last week, and you can get on there and click around and see what's going on. It does have some of the stats that are available for the network in real time, so you can see that stuff, but it's not anything that's necessarily going to be utilized by your mom or just anyone off the street. Next, we have token utility. It's going to be utilized for all transaction fees. It is the gas token for the Vanar network. It's also going to be used as staking rewards, and then it's also going to be utilized for validator rewards. And then they also say that it's going to have an integral role in the future development of the apps on the ecosystem. Now, as far as validators, it's a little bit concerning because right now on the website, they only have one validator. And I'm not exactly sure how the technology works and what's an optimal number of validators. It just makes sense that you're obviously going to want several more than one, at least, depending on how the technology works and is most effective. But then that's one thing that's kind of a little frustrating about the white paper in and of itself, is it doesn't go into a lot of detail as to the actual technology. It basically says, we're going to be great. We're going to conquer the world. It's going to revolutionize blockchain and the industry and make up for all of the shortcomings without necessarily being terribly precise on how that's going to happen. But there are obviously a lot of potential for the project, and I'm excited to see what they do going forward. Next, we have revenue streams. There is going to be staking rewards. and validator rewards. A portion of those fees would most likely go back to the underlying foundation or to the Vanar Foundation. There's also going to be transaction fees on any of the network fees. So once utilizing the network and people start playing the game, within the game, different transactions, whether it's be currency or different items in the game or milestones in the game, anything that interacts with the blockchain, there's going to be a transaction fee associated with that. I would say the majority of those fees are going to end up going back to the Vanar Foundation as revenue. And then also one possibility for revenue streams is enterprise solutions. So different companies building their brand and using the network for branding. They might utilize some type of subscription model in order to generate revenue from an enterprise perspective. Let's talk about security for a second. They do seem like they take security very seriously. They did have a audit in March of this year. There were a few items that seemed like that had been pointed out. They were relatively minor, but of course the Vanar Network was very motivated to take care of those. They don't mention specifics on security audits because those shortcomings could be taken advantage of before the team or the network has a 100% opportunity to get any corrections made. As far as support, it is through Telegram. They do have a Discord, although they don't utilize the Discord as much. There wasn't one on the site, but I did find an old link to a Discord. They do have a Discord channel, but most of the interaction is done through Telegram, and they have 5 or 6 channels on there, one of being support. There is over 24,000 users on the Telegram channel, and they're very responsive. Their reputation is very good. The team is seasoned. The team has experience. The team has been a part of some very great projects in the past. So that aspect of the protocol is fantastic. They have about 118,000 Twitter followers. They post on Twitter regularly, give the community updates, weekly recaps. They have some fantastic partnerships with NVIDIA and with Google Cloud and with Viva Games. So they have some great partnerships there. They have investors that are investing in the team, investing in the protocol. Those investment teams are Hashed, LD Capital, NGC Ventures, Twin Apex Capital, Woodstock Funds. We all have high hopes that they're going to do some great things. Then just with the reputation, I just wanted to vent for just a real quick second. This is a $350 million protocol. You should have the fundamentals, like these are the features that the protocol offers, which they do a good job of. These are the features that are upcoming over the next year or 2 or 3. It's nowhere to be found. I actually had to have a moderator on the Telegram channel sent me an old roadmap. And then later I even found it on a blog from like last year. And then Tokenomics, like, oh, they're gonna be doing the tokenomics and releasing them anytime. That's what they're telling me on the Telegram. I'm like, you released this token in December of 2020. It's June of 2020. It's been 6 months. Have your tokenomics squared away, and then finding 3 different variations of the tokenomics at 3 different places. You need to have all this stuff listed out. Token utility, did a great job. Revenue streams, very weak. No necessarily mention of where you're making money. You got to be able to make money to stay in business. How are you making money? You need to do a good job of letting people know where the tokens are, what the tokens are going to be utilized for. And even right now, we're going to do tokenomics next, and it's going to be vague because I believe that there's 2.4 billion tokens that are going to be available. Anywhere from 1.4 billion to 1.6 billion are currently in circulation, which means there's about 1 billion to 1.2 billion that still aren't in circulation. What percentage of those are being held and how long they're being vested for, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. There's a CoinCarp. It has a breakdown of partners and the teams, and there's a vesting schedule on there, but I don't know if it's accurate because there's nothing from the actual site that's from the actual developers of the network that are telling me what is the tokenomics. And when I asked on Telegram, they're saying, oh, we're not sure either. They're going to come out soon. So I have a hard time believing anything that I read. So there is about 40% of the tokens are still outstanding. About 40% of the tokens haven't been released, and I'm not sure what the vesting on those is. And quite honestly, for me personally, I do not own any Vanry currently, and I would be apprehensive in buying a bunch of those until I'm a little bit more sure what the token is going to be doing just from a release standpoint over the next year or 2. And then with that, you can buy the token at a lot of places. So you can buy it on Uniswap. And then you can buy the token on many central exchanges: Binance, Mexi, Bybit, Gate.io, BingX, BitGet, KuCoin, and then the site actually says that up and coming soon is going to be Kraken and Coinbase. And with that, I would like to say I'm very optimistic about the project. I don't want you to think that I have a bunch of FUD out there. It's mostly just for a team perspective. It's like organize everything, get your stuff together so that you can display the important principles and aspects of any protocol to your community and to your investor base. And I think that would be very sound advice for any protocol out there. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Vanar Network team has coming up and what they're going to do moving forward. I think that about does it for the Vanar Network. Remember, none of this is financial advice. Crypto is risky. It could go to zero tomorrow. If you have any suggestions for any decentralized apps that I could review for you in the future, please leave a comment below. I really appreciate you coming on the journey with me for crypto. I'm just this old dude trying to figure this stuff out about this really new and exciting technology. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week on Deciphering Crypto. Take care.